I'm Andy from Incredible Edible Wakefield, and this is the 6th in our Stay Home and Grow Your Own tutorials. And today we're going to look at sowing cucumber seeds. So we'll run through the equipment we're going to need. So we need the seeds ourselves. Today we're doing Ladiva cucumbers, which we did last year. They were a mini cucumber and they did very well. What we also need is scissors to cut open the seeds. We've got a marker pen and pencil, marking up our labels. We can use lolly sticks for the labels if we haven't got plant labels, or what we've also done is cut the bottom out of an old margarine or ice cream tub and just made our own plant labels out of those, which works just as well. If you've got a little watering can, that's brilliant. If not, get an old pop bottle or a water bottle, get a pin, poke a few holes in there. We've got probably about 8 or 9 in there, and that'll work just as well as a small watering can for your seedlings. We also need a sieve just to add the compost on top of the seed when we've sown it. So we've got a little sieve we've got, but you can also use a kitchen colander if not. Just make sure you wash it. Container wise, today what we're going to use is a plant pot, and I'm just going to use the old ice cream tub as a source, so that you can use anything else that you could sit the ice cream tub in. And I've also got the top of a pot bottle that we've cut off, which we're going to use as a little cloche, which is basically a little mini greenhouse that we can put on top of the seedlings, just to make sure they've stayed warm overnight until they get a little bit more established. So first of all, what we're going to do, we'll take one of our plant pots. We're going to add compost in there, just about up to the top with this lot. Make sure you've got any big lumps out. And then with your fingers, or sometimes you can use a similar sized pot, just use that to tamp down and get a nice level area of compost. As I said before in this tutorial, just make sure your compost is fairly compact so that when the plants get their roots down, their roots are in contact with particles of compost, and that means they can draw the nutrients and the water out and the moisture that's in the compost. It's fairly important, that one. So now we're going to get our seeds, give them a tap, make sure they're all down at the bottom. Sow 2 into this pot. I may be lucky and both might germinate. If they do later on, we can always separate them out and put them into, give them separate pots each. But it doubles our chances of getting one that has a successful germination. The trick with seeds is always put the amount of compost on top as the thickness of the seed itself. So it's a little bit thicker than we get with lettuce seeds, which are really small. I'm still going to use a sieve or a colander just to sieve seed on here, and then I can be fairly sure I'm not just putting big lumps of compost on top. It might just delay it or stop it germinating at all. So we give those a shake. And we're just going to keep going until we can no longer see the seed. Cucumber are one plant that likes quite a lot of water, especially when they're more established as a plant. We'll give these a good soaking through to start them off. It's a nice warm day today, so a combination of the warmth, being under the compost now, and the moisture, should start to get those growing fairly quickly within a few days. We're just going to add a plant label now. So that's it. These are cucumber Ladiva. Some people also like to put the date that they've sown them on as well, just if they're doing a few, so they know whether they've come up or not. For watering in future, I would add water into the bottom of the pot rather than watering from above, and then the plant can just use what it wants rather than it sometimes getting drowned. And there we have, that's Ladiva cucumber, and this has been our stay at home, grow your own tutorial.